back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. I just want to say a big welcome to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for your friendship and for being here with me, for coming back, for spending some of the precious time that you have here on this planet in this space. I really, really appreciate your presence. So thank you so much for being here. If you have found yourself here for the first time, I do pick a card readings on this channel. So please pull up a chair and grab yourself some snacks and get cozy. And we'll have a little chat because we're all friends when we gather here together. Today's pick a card reading, we're looking at the person on your mind and will they reach out, and if they do, when. So will they reach out to you and when? We have 3 piles for you to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the otter spirit and this sort of orangey red planet. Pile number 2 with the peacock spirit and this little world. And pile number 3 with the shark spirit and this planet with the rings. Could be, I'm not sure, maybe Saturn, not sure. Whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting for you from spirit, and my timestamps are listed below, so you can pause the video if you need to sort of sink into your body and to reflect upon which pile or piles are calling your name. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. And again, the topic today is, will they reach out and when? Pile 1. Hello everybody, in pile number 1, you are drawn to this red planet. I don't know my planets, so I'm not sure exactly which one that's supposed to represent, but you are also attracted to the otter card perhaps here, and this is your reading. The person on your mind, are they going to reach out to you and when? Now the otter spirit is this sort of land/water mammal, so this person could be a water sign. Perhaps there's a combination between water and earth here between the two of you, but it's a playful energy. It's a caring energy too. The otter is a very sort of home and family oriented creature, so there could be connections to family here. There could be connections to maybe a family friend, or it's like a family acquaintance, or perhaps that's how you got started. It's like a family connection. But let's see what the future holds. Are they going to reach out to you? I'm going to use this deck. Since we're dealing with the otter spirit here, I have the Northern Animal Tarot. Are they going to reach out to you? And if they are, when will they reach out? Let's take a look at current feelings first. How is this person currently feeling about this connection? About you in general. We have here the Magician. So the Magician is a communication card. It's ruled by the communication planet of Mercury, and it is this sense of the desire to reach out, the desire to wield my power. So I feel like this person does wish that they could reach out to you, and they have the power to do so. There's a sense of walking away. So this person walked away potentially without giving you the benefit of clarity as to maybe why. We have the Fool. How's this person currently feeling, please? We have the Queen of Wands, and it's coming out with the Hermit, Virgo energy. And we have the Knight of Swords. Back of the deck is the Sun reversed. So they're definitely not happy about the disconnect either. The Sun reversed is talking about the delay in the gratification that they want to have, in their happiness that they want to have and experience with you. And I do think this person is thinking about you quite a bit here with the Hermit and the Queen of Wands. They're very much attracted to you. It feels like almost like a missed opportunity or something. It's like they didn't speak up when they could have or should have. The Knight of Swords is charging in. It's a blue jay here, charging in with information, but it's almost like he feels like he's too late. It's like he feels like he's too late. He should have leapt and he didn't. But I do feel like this person does wish to contact you at this time. Can we clarify, please, the Magician? How are they currently feeling for pile 1? The Death card. There's an acknowledgement here with the Death card that one conversation could change everything here. It's like one conversation could like spearhead a completely new beginning. And there's a sense too of having to give an explanation as to why I walked away in the first place. And that's part of the hesitation as well, is this person doesn't really want to rehash the past. It's like they just want to jump into brand new beginnings. And they're worried about stepping forward because they're worried that you may want to rehash the past here. We have the Chariot. But you can see both of these, like two trees supporting this one pentacle. It's like you're both on the same page emotionally. You both actually want the same thing. And it's just, they just need to take off their blinders and take a look at the truth. See everything logically and take risks. Make a bold step towards you. I feel like they're a little intimidated by you now too. They don't know what your opinion is of them or the situation, but they are feeling really drawn to you. But for some reason, this one, it's a moth to a flame. It's to their detriment. You know, this moth is going to be destroyed if it continues going towards that match. And so there's a sense of restriction. Otherwise, it could destroy me. It's like I rush in. I don't know what the consequences will be. Here's the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Wands. So I do feel like this person is still very much attracted to you. They still think about you. They still want to connect with you in some way. But they're hiding it for some reason. They have reasons why they're hiding it, and that can be across the board. I'm dealing with collective energy as to what are these secrets, why they feel like they need to suppress it. But there sometimes comes along with this Nine of Wands, this energy of wishing that someone else would reach out to me. It's like, I don't know if I'm emotionally able to do the work, or if I'm capable of stepping out and being bold enough to make the work, to do the work. They could be waiting for you to reveal yourself because of the uncertainty that they feel. But let's take a look at whether or not they're going to bite the bullet, and are they going to contact you? Group 1, I'm going to clear this up, and let's get to the bones of the message. Are they going to contact you? Will they reach out? And if they do, when are they going to do that? When can you expect that message to come in? So are they going to reach out to pile number 1, please? What is their intention? Will they reach out? We have the Ten of Wands. Will they reach out? The Ace of Wands. And we have the Two of Wands. Back of the deck is the Eight of Cups. Let's clarify this. Let's clarify the Ten of Wands, please. Whoops. Let's try that again. Let's clarify the Ten of Wands, please. Will they reach out? They're thinking about it. They're thinking about it with that Ace of Wands. We have the World. We have the Hanged One. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Back of the deck is the King of Swords, and we have the Ten of Cups. And I'm going to clarify as I go here. Now, we have the King of Swords on the back of the deck, and you can see floating around him are these butterflies here. It's all these butterflies. I feel this energy of transformation that's coming about that has the potential to truly, if we execute our desires in this situation, we have this potential to have this, to build up the Ten of Cups, to actually have fulfillment and emotional happiness here. In the future position, we have the Two of Wands supported by the Wheel of Fortune. There is a certain amount of destiny here in this connection. There are important lessons that you've learned amidst even the disconnect here as well. But Spirit doesn't see them actually. They want the transformation. They need the transformation even. But it's not going to happen in a timely fashion, if I'm 100% honest with you. The message coming through, let's clarify that Wheel of Fortune, please. You will be waiting longer for them to reach out to you. It's like the frustration they're feeling is being matched by your frustration at this point. And Spirit is saying that you may get so frustrated you might want to give up on the idea, if I'm 100% honest. They say that it's easier for this person to maintain their fantasy of you, to maintain their desires of you in their mind and in their head, instead of executing what they feel towards you. There is a sense here with the King of Swords about being logical and trying to guard his energy at this point in time. And the Ten of Cups here, it's like they're stuck. It's like they feel like they can't step out towards you. And even with the Hanged Man, all of this inspiration, all of these thoughts of you, they're allowing them to stay up in this tree right along with them. There's no struggle to it. There's a surrender to the current situation. And the Ten of Wands is about burdens and insecurities here in the future, carrying this right with me. It's not like they've given up hope. It's not like they've given up hope here, but the world, the success is in the recent past. So Spirit says that they may not reach out in a very timely way at all, because they almost are projecting themselves as waiting for you to make that move. So let's ask Spirit advice about that. What is their advice to you if this person doesn't have the courage to reach out? Advice for pile 1, please. This stagnation is stopping this world from turning. There's a cog in the wheels here. Both of these represent wheels. There's a cog in the wheel here that's stopping it from happening. We have the 8 of Cups. So advice, please, from Spirit for pile 1 on this person on your mind and disconnect. What is your advice for them if they are not going to make moves towards? We have the Tower. Now, for someone watching, the reasons why this person doesn't step forward is because the logical part of their brain tells them that they have other responsibilities that they have to take care of. And we saw the 10 of Cups twice, which can involve even children. So please take that as it resonates. It's not for everyone, but it is for someone. Advice, please, for pile 1. We have the Hanged Man. Back of the deck is the Strength. Yeah, I saw the 2 of Cups as well. Can we clarify the 8 of Cups, please? Spirit says that epiphanies are going to hit you about this connection as you wait. Some of you are not ready to give up on the idea of it. Some of you are like, because Spirit's advice for some is to find something that does emotionally fulfill you now. Instead of waiting for this person to emotionally fulfill you, find something that does, because this situation is not, and it's creating a need for healing within you. But what they are saying is that amidst this, even when we drag our feet, Spirit affords us, the ability to ascend. So even when we're dragging our feet, even when we know sometimes that we may need to let go of an expectation, even while we're holding on, there's a beautiful healing that comes about during that period of time. And some of you are having epiphanies about this person and about what you hope for in this connection. The 7 of Swords. It's going to create I'm just going to move this. It's going to create clarity in your mind so that you're able to be open and honest with yourself and honest with the situation. And the 3 of Swords. Back of the deck is the Queen of Cups, and we have the 5 of Pentacles. So they are saying you could be disappointed with this person's actions in the future, pile 1. You could be very disappointed, and they are encouraging you, because you're so emotionally invested here, to reflect upon that investment at this time, because it's leaving you in the present in this state. And you could be laying in wait forever for them because of whatever holds them back in their situation, but you could be waiting forever. So they are encouraging you to move forward. But the beautiful news is that even if you're not ready, they say that epiphanies are coming for you anyway. And when these Tower energies come in with these types of epiphanies, it shifts everything in an instant. It's like you get this realization of I deserve more than this. I want more than this. And so I'm going to just surrender to how things are, and I'm going to allow the healing that has to happen here. It's like a release, a healing, and a beautiful closure that comes in for you on the other side of that as well. And of course, Spirit, again, we don't have to take their advice when they say maybe you should walk away from this because it's not fulfilling you. Some of you are like, screw you, Spirit, I'm not doing that right now. This is my show. And that's okay, because there's still a beautiful plan in place for you, and it's still working itself out in its perfection for you. Let's get some words of encouragement from Spirit for you. Advice, please, for pile number 1, please. Regarding this connection on their mind. Whoop. We have here the Lost card. Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein and many dark novels. Very, very sort of, very dark novels here. And she lost a lot of people in her life. I know I say this a lot in my channel, but she intrigues me a little bit. She lost her family or her parents. She lost children. She lost her husband. And these were such profound losses that she could never shake them. And she lived in that state. It's like she was absorbed by the loss. It became a part of her that she had to, the universe then had to contend with, and they were never able to pull her out of that state of loss. And that's the reminder here. It's like not to get caught up and allow our disappointment in this situation right this moment hold us prisoner. The cat encourages us. First of all, there's Leo energy with the cat always, so there's strength always with the cat, but it's about claiming our independence at this time. So that is Spirit's advice. Again, it's your show. You don't have to take their advice. Let's get a couple more cards here for you. Advice, please, for pile 1 when it comes to this connection. We have Twilight, surrender to the last hour when the light barely touches the flowers. And we have beginnings. Don't be afraid to start small. Don't be afraid to start small in tiny little ways towards positive ascension. So in a state of gratitude, in a state of meditation, just even being grateful for small things in our life. The fact that we are able to watch this video on something, the fact that we have air in our lungs. There are some people that don't get some of the things that we take for granted. So it's about starting small where we can to help elevate our energy. We have bloom and attract more than butterflies, because those beginnings are going to spiral into so much more momentum for you, and then you're going to attract way more attention and way more opportunities in love than you ever anticipated. Back of the deck says adapt, and you're going to get yourself to where you want to be. Sometimes Spirit, it's like this, it's like sometimes when God closes a door, he opens up a window for a reason. So there's a reason for everything. So Spirit's saying that their encouragement is to release, but again, it is your show, and they're going to walk with you no matter what path you take. Let's get a charm bowl for you, though. Pile number 1. Oh, we have a snake in the bowl. Pile number 1, please. Advice about this person and what to do in the future of this connection. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the 7 of Wands. We also have the King of Wands. You could definitely be dealing with a fire sign. You yourself could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. But what Spirit is wanting us to understand is that there are gateways opening up for you. And maybe not necessarily in this connection with this person, but when we push through this obstacle, doorways open for us. When we put, and some of us are hesitating. The 7 of Wands is not completely upright. It's like we haven't found that determination yet to release old connections that are not serving us. But once we do, it creates a beautiful momentum, and you could have a very powerful fire sign coming in at that time. Allow hindsight to form is what I just heard. Let hindsight happen. Some things you're so happy they happened in hindsight. So Spirit said, let hindsight happen here. We have the music note. We have the peace sign. We also have a little piggy here. The piggy is a symbol of somebody who's holding back, like a hoarder type of mentality, like a 4 of Pentacles energy, somebody who's fearful of stepping out of their position. And it could be a home situation that they don't want to step away from. We have we have the Om symbol, so reconnecting with our guides through meditation. We have beauty and song. And we have the anchor. There is perhaps a song that really reminds you of this person, or you could be very clairaudient. This is in stagnation, and we want things to shift in our energy, but we are the keys to holding that anchor. This could be an X for you. All right, pile number one, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated with you. If it did, I would love to hear your story in the comments section. I would love for you to subscribe to this channel and join our beautiful family here. Please hit your like button, your notification bell, and be sure to drop me a comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. I also have a chance to win a free mini read over on my Instagram page up right now, so head on over there and find that post if you're interested. And I offer private readings through my Etsy page. That link is below. I do sell out rather quickly, but I do update the shop every day, so keep checking back around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I hope that you come back here to YouTube, to the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care. Hello everybody in group number 2. You were drawn to the little world here, and you were drawn to the peacock spirit, and this is your reading. The person on your mind, are they going to reach out to you, and when will that happen if so? Now the peacock spirit really speaks to somebody who is potentially really attractive and good looking, but also just someone who may be putting on airs or pretending like they don't care when they do. There's a lot of energy of flaunting and potentially wearing masks. But somebody very attractive, maybe somebody who really cares about their appearance or who works hard at their appearance. But let's take a look at the energies. How are they currently feeling for you first? And then we're going to look at whether or not they are going to actually bite the bullet and reach out to you. And if they are going to, when will that happen? If Spirit can give us an indication of when to expect the contact. So how is this person currently feeling? Ooh, already. Page of Swords. So they're keeping tabs on you potentially. This could be somebody that you actually went to school with. Maybe you worked with them. We have the Knight of Wands. They're not just watching you. That's the thing. They're not just watching you with the Page and the Knight. They're really liking what they see as well. So they're feeling very anxious. It's like they're anxious to spend time with you in a very physical way, perhaps. But they're keeping themselves as an outsider. They're on the outside of you. They're not. This may be, again, there could be a school connection currently or in the past, but it's like they have curiosities that they've never had a chance to explore, because they have this desire to explore with you. And we have the Moon reversed, Scorpio energy, we have the Six of Cups, oh, and we have the Page of Wands. You know, there's a beautiful energy with the Six of Cups that I love. I often say it's my favorite card in the whole deck because of the innocent love it represents. And there is an innocence about this. And I feel like you may have known this person when you were young or when you were in school. There's an innocence because there's been a spark here, but we didn't get a chance to explore the spark. And so they really want that to be revealed. There's things they want to reveal to you about how they feel. This Moon reverse is talking about that, about wanting to release some insecurities and fear. And revealing themselves to you. But also I feel like they could dream about you. How do they currently feel, please? The Six of Swords. They have so much they want to say. It's like they want to catch up with you. So I feel like you haven't seen this person in a while. They want to catch up with you. And they want to reveal themselves. It's like they've been holding on for quite a while, wanting to reveal themselves for quite a while. Here's the Nine of Wands. Here's the Seven of Pentacles. For quite a while, holding on to this. And the Nine of Wands, this one is less about frustration. This person looks less frustrated than kind of heartbroken a little bit. It's like exhaustion. It's like emotional exhaustion. It's like I'm getting impatient. And they're holding back for some sort of reason. Here's the Ten of Wands reversed. But it's like they're getting restless now. And they could still be watching you if there's been a long disconnect. I feel like they're still watching you. And they want a new beginning. Here's the Death card. They wonder what lies on the other side of their curiosity. They think about what could be. Because when the Death shows up for me in the reverse position, not the reverse, but in the recent past position, it always talks about the potentials that could have been, the rebirths that we should have we should be seeing on the other side of things, or we should be right in the middle of, but it's like something that should have happened but never happened. And they think about that a lot, about the house that should have been a home. Just like that song says. How are they currently feeling about, I want these, the Nine of Swords. I feel like they're nervous to reveal these things to you. The things that they have to reveal to you, the depth of how they feel, because truly the Six of Cups, it's not just, oh, I like you with the Six of Cups. It's you're special. There's something different about you. And maybe they can't even put their finger on it. And maybe they weren't able at that time when they were children, I say children, but I mean really young. When they were young, to put their finger on the feeling. And you know, when you're young and you think everything's going to last forever, you don't have this concept of things slipping away. It's not until you start to experience that over time that you have the real concept of that. So it's like clarity has come in for them. Revelations have come in for them along this path as well. And there's a lot of like sadness about these revelations too. It's like bittersweet. It's like they're good, but they're also torturous because they remind me of what could be. And here's the Nine of Cups with the Six of Cups and the Ace of Wands. They're like, this could be the one. That's what they think now. That's what they feel. This could have been the one. You know, did I let the one slip out of my fingers? And that's where all of this kind of sadness and emotional exhaustion comes in, because they're still holding on to that possibility of you know, they're still patiently waiting to harvest what they planted in this connection. But the thing that makes me worried, pile two, the thing that makes me worried about this situation is that the Nine of Wands is supposed to be a card of strength. It's supposed to be a card that encourages us to keep pushing through to the end because we're so close. And instead, oftentimes we see it as such a frustration that we sit in that moment. That moment turns into 2 moments, turns into way more moments than we should have sat in that energy. So instead of using it for strength and pushing it, sometimes it does stop people. And it creates a system of like, well, why should I do the work? Why should I be the one that reaches out? Why is it my job? Eight of Swords. Because something does stop them. And that's the, you know, the Eight of Swords is you can see they're standing in a pool of their own emotion. And it's their emotion that steals the clarity from them. They're wearing masks. They refuse to see the truth. They refuse to see that they can come forward whenever they want to. There's absolutely nothing stopping them except for their own insecurities. Back of the deck is the Emperor, Taurus energy. And we also have the Seven of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles. This insecurity is being bred by this Seven of Cups. This prison that they've put themselves in at this moment when it comes to you is being bred by how insecure they feel about how you feel about the situation. How do you feel about me? Is this mirrored? Is it all one-sided? All of these the worries and jealousies and insecurities of youth still attached to them to this day, even though there's been quite a few years potentially between the two of you seeing each other or communicating in some way. So, and they have evolved, because this is the Emperor we're dealing with. We're no longer dealing with this page. We're no longer dealing with this young energy. We're dealing with a full-grown person here. So they have evolved, but their insecurities when it comes to you have not evolved. So let's see if they are going to be able to pull it off and reach out to you. Will they reach out? Pile two. I'm going to use a separate deck for this. And if they are, when? And if they aren't, what advice does Spirit have for us if Spirit doesn't see them making those moves? Will they reach out? That didn't work out for me. Will they reach out? Pile number two. Knight of Wands. Three of Swords. We have the Emperor, and we have the Ace of Swords. Let's clarify the Knight of Wands, please. I just saw the Page of Swords as well on the back of the deck. Will they reach out? Five of Wands. Looks so familiar to your first spread. The King of Swords with the Queen of Swords. We have the Ace of Wands. Back of the deck is the Ace of Cups, and we have the Empress. So if we have the Emperor here, here is the Empress, this divine feminine, divine masculine combo that's being represented. We also have this King and Queen of Swords together here underneath the Three of Swords. So there is a message coming through that there may be a delay in this communication because of a pairing, because of a third party situation, and until that resolves itself, the communication won't come in because this person is focused on that responsibility. I do see this person reaching out to you, the Ace of Cups here, and here's the Empress with the Three of Cups. That's a beautiful sign of reunions coming in for you. This Ace of Cups is cascading. There's a cup being cascaded in rain. You know, this dragonfly wants transformation so badly, but it survived so much to get to the rim of that cup just to be able to be stalled out with the rain. So there's going to be a delay in this offer coming in. There's going to be a delay. But this Emperor is making plans. He's making plans to bring forth clarity for you, to communicate with you. For some of you, the reach out, it'll end in that. It will end in communication. It may not end in an actual, you know, communion of souls together. It's like it may not actually end in a physical reunion. It may end in just communication. For others, it may actually be that reunion, getting together, having fun, celebrating that reunion. But it will be a wait. So let's ask Spirit if they can indicate how long this wait will be. Oops. Oop. So we have the King of Pentacles who just flew out in a spiral for me, and he is sometimes the father figure of the deck along with that Emperor. So there could be even children involved in their scenario right this moment, which sort of cools their ascent, cools down their views towards you here. Very much concerned about their practical placement in life, concerned about their reputation, so that's causing some delay. So Spirit, when do you see this communication coming in? The Nine of Pentacles. Oops. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Back of the deck is the Five of Wands, again with the Eight of Pentacles. So Spirit says you may have a wait. You may have a wait. I don't like to put actual numbers on things, but the Pentacles is a slow earthbound energy. It can be kind of slow moving. So sometimes it can reflect even years. So take that as it resonates to your situation. This is a very specific message for particularly one person watching, so it may not be years for everyone watching, but it is a slow moving energy because there is a duality here. So potentially you could find yourself unprepared as well at this very moment for connection. You may not be in a position to accept that connection either because there's a certain amount of duality, and there is a requirement for us to sort of see some things through with the Ten of Pentacles, with the Eight of Pentacles. This is like a family situation, a home situation. There's a lot of practical tie-ups here that we have to overcome before that communication or before the reunion happens here. But Spirit says it's going to be, you're going to have to be patient for this to come in. Let's get some advice, please, for pile number 2. About this connection and the wait. We have the Pawn. So You know, if we have a weight in front of us and we know it, it's a good time to reflect. Always with the pond here. It's a reminder that, you know, whether we have to live this time anyway. We have to experience it. And we're not waiting for anything. We're living in the moment. So that's really what they want you to do, is use this time wisely. Don't use it as a tool of feeding into those insecurities, but instead you can use it to transform anything in your life that is not ready for what you're ready for in this connection. You can use it to transform every area of your life. She's cracking open an egg of potential. She's utilizing an opportunity sitting right in front of her, and she's taking a bite out of that apple because there's opportunity. Back of the deck says Toad, and the Toad is sort of a card of grotesque humor. It's a card that says we may laugh about this down the road. We may laugh about this, you know, someday this may be funny. It also talks about joy as well with the Toad for some reason. I'm not sure where the connection with toads and joy are, but it talks about joy with the Toad. And it's sort of a reminder that during these periods of reflection that we can either spend it miserable or we can spend it happy. So please for group number 2. A time to give rather than to take. So if you are in a position to step forward first, if you're restless, because they did indicate with that 9 of Wands that they are feeling, they wish that someone would take the burden from them perhaps, then that may be something that you feel called to do. We also have emotions are running high. There's a lot of hunger. I'm sorry, my throat is like completely closing up. There's a lot of hunger. I can't even speak it, but there's a lot of hunger in this connection. They want it. And that adds to our insecurities, that adds to our restlessness, that adds to our desire. And it can really create a unsettling in our own experience. And we don't want that. That's not the seed we want to plant in the present energy towards the future. Back of the deck says, what do you need to release? Some of you are thinking, I don't want to wait that long. Some of you are thinking, this is not something that I'm prepared to manifest anymore. I'm not prepared to wait for this opportunity. That's why this, you know, there is disappointment in this particular cup. But there is that message coming in from Spirit that anything worth having is worth the steps you're guided to take. Advice, please. Pile number 2. We have the Wombat Spirit. Be at home. And this Wombat Spirit, I think that it's really speaking to those resonating with the message that you yourself are in this sort of mirrored situation to this person potentially, where you are in a position that doesn't allow movement in this connection at this moment. It says be at home, be present, enjoy the present moment. Let's get a charm bowl for you. Pile number 2. A charm bowl, please. Pile 2, advice from Spirit about this connection on their mind. The Magician, 3 of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. The Magician is reversed, which is talking about this unfulfilled potential of what could have been here, and it's like this feeling of like scattered energies of like wasting, killing time or something amidst foundations that we may be in at this moment. The 3 of Pentacles is also on its side, which it's a feeling of everything's stuck. Everything's stuck in one place. Nothing is moving. There's things that happened in this connection in the past that we could have built upon, but it's like we're stuck now in position. And there's a lot of unfulfilled curiosities here. A lot of curiosities that want to be fulfilled. The Cactus. We have M, F, and Z. We have made with love. There could be children involved in your life, especially with this Empress here, if you're resonating with the divine feminine energy, or there could be children in this person's life as well. We have the Crown And we're dealing with the peacock, which I think is cool because they have that crown of feathers. So again, position, their placement in life, appearances are really important, even on a practical sense or a practical scale. We have the Hand of Hasma. We have the High Priestess with the curled shell. This is potentially a feeling, all of their feelings for you could potentially be held inside. And we have the Cactus. There could be a very long period of disconnect here between the last time you saw them or spoke to them to this point. We also have the microphone for communication, the desire to communicate. All right, pile number 2, that is what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated. And if it did, I would love to hear your comment in the comment section. I hope that you are subscribing to this channel. And if you aren't, I hope that you will consider if you feel called to. And if you do, be sure to drop your comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. I also just posted an opportunity on my Instagram page to win a free mini read, so be sure to go and enter for that. I also offer private readings through my Etsy account, and the link is posted below. But I hope that you come back here for another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care. Hello everybody. In pile number 3, you are drawn to this planet with the rings, or perhaps to the shark spirit, and this is your reading. The person on your mind, will they reach out? And if they do, when? And if they aren't going to reach out, what advice does Spirit have for you about this connection? So the shark spirit is a card of aggression. It's kind of, I don't know if they come across as cold, if this person has come across as cold in the past, or that it's just like there's absolutely no contact here. It does sort of afford the message from your guides about being aggressive when you see something that you want to better your situation. So let's take a look and see how this card corresponds with your reading at this time. Let's see, which deck do I want? I'm going to use this one. So let's look at their feelings for you first. How are they currently feeling right at this moment? And then we're going to see if they have any intention of reaching out, and if they are, if Spirit can give us an indication of when that will be. So how are they currently feeling for you? We have the Lovers. So the Lovers is a card of deep attraction. And it goes beyond physical, but it is physical, like it is. But it goes beyond the physical. It's something that transcends the physical. There's a connection beyond. It can also talk about a decision or a choice that they may have made when it comes to you, or that they may have to make now. We have the Six of Swords. They have so much they want to say to you. So much that they need to get off of their chest. This person could be a Gemini, or perhaps you are. We have the Ace of Cups. They have not moved on from you. Even if they are, and I just saw the Ten of Pentacles flipped over with a bunch of cards, with the Hangman, Two of Cups, even if they are right now immersed in some type of connection or some type of foundation, they have not moved on from you, and they are, you know, they wish they could have an emotional new beginning. Even the Starfish here is speaking about how they can't go with the flow. They can't move forward. They haven't healed yet. It's like suction cup to the side. And if there's a restlessness, because if we see the Six of Swords, it means they require peace. And if they require peace, that means they're not at peace. So they aren't at peace, and they want that for themselves. And they think that you're the remedy for all of that. How are they currently feeling, please, for pile number 3? Almost called you pile number 1. We have the Five of Swords. They feel like their desire of you would cause conflict for you or for them. Might cause a poor outcome for them. And that could be what really holds them back. We have the Six of Wands. They do also really sort of pretend that they don't. It's like there's a great divide here. All this victory. And they do sort of pretend that these emotional conflicts don't lie within them. The Eight of Wands. I'm just looking at this. This sun looks a lot like this planet from pile number 1. But the Eight of Wands is a card of communication and the desire to move things forward. But it's in the recent past position under the Lovers. And it's like I made poor decisions. I didn't speak in time. It's like I ran out of time. I thought I had more time. And that is truly a folly of youth, isn't it? We always think we have more time than we have. The Awakening card, the Judgment card, they really have spent a lot of time thinking about this whole scenario between the two of you. So if you've ever been worried about them not thinking of you, or if it's one-sided, they want to ease your mind right this moment, because they have spent a lot of time reflecting about this. Here's the Hermit. A lot of time. And there's the Ten of Wands with the Six of Pentacles reversed. They've been worried that it's one-sided. They've been worried and struggling with that thought process as well. So a very mirrored energy if you resonate with that message. And it even for some of you, it may have been like quite a few years where you haven't seen this person. And it's like the time slips away from us, just like the lesson that they had to learn in the past as well. They're like, I ran out of time before I acted upon my feelings. It's like they're still haven't really learned that lesson because so much time has slipped away from them. In this desire for clarity and peace, they've allowed so much time to slip away. It truly is a reflection, isn't it, that we can get used to anything. Even when we're in states where we want movement or change, we can still get used to those states. How are they currently feeling for pile number 3? The Ace of Pentacles. They think that talking to you would cause problems. And the reasons why that could cause problems for them are varied and, you know, multidimensional. We're dealing with collective energy. You know, this conflict could be within their situation, within their home, within your situation. If there are third parties here, there's so many different scenarios that could be playing out, but they feel like it would cause havoc for you and for them. Period, full stop. And this card does kind of speak to, like, they use that as a bit of a scapegoat. It's more self-preserving than it likes to present. There's more self-preservation as intent here than we'd like to admit when that Five of Swords comes up, because they feel like there are things that perhaps stop them from being able to just act upon their feelings. They have steps that they feel like they need to take before they come towards you, but they have hope here for success. And they're frustrated. They're getting anxious. They want new beginnings, and they want a relationship. There's the Two of Cups. There's the Death card. They do feel drawn to you, whether it be inexplicably or not. They feel drawn to you with this Moth. But for some reason, they hold back now because going towards you right now would be a dangerous position, perhaps. So they hold themselves back, but there's frustration. And you know what's interesting is all three piles have really showcased the Nine of Wands today. So there could be messages for you in pile 1 or 2. But again, Nine of Wands has showcased, but very different outcomes for both readings. But this is sort of a theme, isn't it, for people who are wanting to reach out but don't. It's a frustration with themselves that they extrapolate to other people. And it's a feeling of like, I want someone to come in and take this burden off my shoulders. It's like, I've held on for so long. I'm frustrated. I'm worse for the wear. Come take the burden from me, even though they're still holding out hope for success. So let's take a look and see if that success, if that hope is going to breed into actual action, and are they going to reach out to you? Let's see. Will they reach out to pile number 3, please? Will they reach out to pile number 3? We have the Page of Cups. I just saw a bunch fall out, but I did see the Three of Swords. Two of Cups. We have the Nine of Cups. Coming out with the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Three of Cups. Back of the deck is the Five of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Page of Cups, please. Thank you. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Sun. And we have the Eight of Wands. Back of the deck is the King of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. So I'm kind of laughing, not laughing, but grinning here because this card, the Shark card, is coming full circle now as to why you were drawn to the Shark card and why this message is coming through so profoundly. Because when it comes to this person's ability to reveal themselves and come full circle, it's like they're in a little bit of a mentality of like, I already lost my opportunity and now I don't know that I'll ever get that chance again. So we have this King of Wands with the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Magician. And there is a sense too of this person. They could be a fire sign, they could be a Leo. This person may not have the ability, the capacity to reach out to you at this time. They don't have, it's like they're not in a position to, or they have convinced themselves that they can't for some reason. So the message coming in here is that reunions are definitely possible and communication is definitely possible, but you're going to have to be the aggressor. This person may not reach out to you in a timely fashion that matches the frequency that you want or require or need. So Spirit says that you may have to do the work. The Nine of Wands is here with the Queen of Swords. So if you are resonating as a divine feminine energy, this Queen of Swords, she goes in and she gets the job done. She doesn't wait for other people. She's just too impatient for that. And she makes it happen. The dream is realized. Spirit sees movement here. They see our dreams and our wishes in this situation being realized, but they see the divine feminine taking the reins and being like, okay, if you're not able, then I'm going to be the one that makes that move happen. It's like, yeah. So it feels, it's a very positive outcome. It feels like a very positive outcome here. But Spirit says that this movement, this momentum, the ball getting in motion is going to be because you are like, I'm sick of waiting. I'm not doing this anymore. It's like, I'm going to end this and I'm going to go in. See, like, this aggression. It's like anything worth having is worth working towards, worth the effort we're guided to take. And that's what Spirit says. Can you give me an indicator of when this could happen, Spirit? Or it's going to be sudden, Tower, and it will change everything. That's the other message coming in. It will be sudden. And you know what? There's the King of Wands again. Again, you're really dealing with fire here, or someone you really find attractive, you're really hungry for. But it's a sudden turn of events in your favor. So it does happen suddenly. Maybe it's just in a moment of just pure frustration where you're just like wanting to break free of the uncertainty and you just go for it. And you reach out and you are pleasantly surprised by the results, because this person's insecure. And again, there's the Five of Cups. They're convincing themselves that they've already lost the opportunity. So why reveal myself now? So Spirit does say that there are going to be sudden reunions, sudden new opportunities in love here, but it's because of you. It's because of your energy or the effort that you put forward. You will be the caveat towards this successful story. Let's get some advice for you, pile 3. Advice, please, for pile number 3 when it comes to this connection. We have the Lantern. So the Lantern is kind of like the hermit energy. It's encouraging us to keep our hope alive and to keep our perspective in a positive place, but it's also encouraging a plan. We have the braid, and we also have the tree. Now, for some of you, this tree of life is really representing a foundation that's in place, a belief system, a actual tangible foundation. And the reason why this person doesn't want to step outside of that and actually actually feed their curiosity here is because they're trying to survive the opinion of others with this braid. Trying to they're living their life based on the opinions of other people, potentially. We do have the history card. And again, look at her taking control. She's grabbing onto that eel. She's holding onto that egg of potential, and there are flies buzzing around it, and she's feeling hung up with the laundry. There's like, I want news with the crow, and I want movement here. So it's like, I have to grab the bull by the horns, and I have to investigate this potential myself. There's a determination about her in this card. Advice, please, for pile number 3. We have share. The busy bee should still make time for each flower. And we have joy, make time for the little things today. So during this period of wait, if you are going to be, you know, formulating a plan, you could have other offers coming in. Spirit says you could have other offers coming in. And so it's okay, they say, to explore if you want to. It's not going to, little detours are sometimes where our enlightenment and our happiness lie. So you may have other offers coming in while you're in the midst of trying to decide what you want to do about this connection, whether or not you actually want to make a plan and come forward. Because again, Spirit says that's the ball is in your court. They say that that may be what's required and what happens in this scenario, but the ball is still in your court. They're not going to force that decision upon you. Wildflower, live an uncontrolled life, free to grow anywhere and bound by nothing, bound by no insecurities. Don't hold back how you feel. And we have discover. Look at the early dewdrops before they disappear with the morning sun. Back of the deck says dare, take a risk, and fly. So they are encouraging. They're always encouraging us to be forward facing. And sometimes, you know, sometimes they'll encourage us to speak out in a situation where we end up being rejected. And then we look at them and we're like, why did you do that? Why did you encourage me to do that? And it's because any step in the right direction is a positive step. So if we are stepping out in vulnerability towards any situation, we know we're sowing positive seeds. We're sowing seeds of courage. We're sowing seeds of expectation, and we're elevating our energy. So even if that person ends up rejecting us, and I'm not saying that's the case here because we have good results in this scenario, but even if we are rejected, we have still elevated our energy, and the universe can still bring in energies and people and situations and events that are matching our frequency at that point. So we are still down the road going to be happy that we made that leap. And sometimes we never even get the benefit of linking it up and correlating the two events. But Spirit wants us to know that they've got our back in every situation. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 3. A charm bowl 3 for pile number 3, please. Future of this connection in the bowl, advice. The King of Pentacles reversed. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So there's a patience required if you want to wait for this king, for this person. And I say king for ease of execution. It has nothing to do with gender. It's all about energy. If you want to wait for this king, you're going to have to be patient. There's the Seven of Pentacles because he is stuck in this Five of Cups mindset. We've seen that multiple times now in your reading, stuck in this mindset of loss. And because he's so stuck in that and so stuck in position, and there's a stubbornness even to this energy, he's not turning around to even see that the possibility is still sitting there in front of him, that he's still able to come towards you. It's someone who you may be dealing with that has little motivation to follow through at this moment. And that's why you may have to take the reins here. Okay, we have the letter A, the letter Y, the letter G, we have and we have two. We have in the bowl the big peace sign and it's like a red cross symbol or some sort of medical symbol. We have the Star of Aquarius and we have the Eight of Wands. So communication, fire, desire, and there's a lot of pressure kind of building up. This person could also live pretty far away from you. You may have to travel to get to them. There could be a distance. We have the 10 of Pentacles. There could be family situations with this King of Pentacles. Perhaps with you as well, but with the person on your mind, there could be a foundation in place that they've built up that they're fearful of stepping away from. This could be a friendship situation from the past that should have evolved to more as well, because we have this group of grapes. We have a Leo energy with the kitty cat, but claiming our independence. This Queen of Swords is very independent. She's very forward. And we have the little screwdriver as well. All right, group number 3, that's what I have for you today, and I hope that it resonated with you. If it did, I would love to hear your story in the comments section, and I would love for you to become a part of our family if you aren't already, and subscribe to this channel. Please hit your notification bell and your like button as well. It really helps me to bring you more content. And if you do drop me a comment, be sure to hit your notification bell, because that's how I enter you in for a chance to win my free reading, and that's how I notify you. So be sure to hit that notification bell. You can also check out my Instagram page, because I have an opportunity right now to win a free mini read. So check that out and enter for your chance to win if you're interested. And my Etsy link for personal reading is below as well. It has been selling out quickly, but I do update the shop daily, so keep checking back. But I hope that you come back here for another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Take care.